long, long ago, when the sun was about to retire into the deep sea. A storm blew up. The wind bowled, hush, hush, hush. The waves crashed against the shore. A makeshift raft heaved and sloped in the turbulent sea which rose like a great mountain. The waves suddenly turned the raft sideways and boom, it crashed and landed on the coast of Burma. Few fishermen there came to rescue the people who were on the raft. To their astonishment, they found a gigantic person with a blood-curdling face. A woman with matted hair, hawk-like nose, vulpine eyes which glowed like fire. And there was a third person who looked very cheerful, with a twinkling eyes and a malicious smile. The soldiers who passed by captured all three of them and took to the king. On questioning, they found out that they were criminals from the neighboring kingdom who were banished for the crimes they had made. On further interrogation, the man with a fearsome face said, "I am a thief. I stole valuables from the rich." The woman crackled. She said, "I'm a witch. I cast wicked spells and chase people away." The third person laughed out jealously. He said, "I'm not a thief. I'm not a witch. I'm just a common man. I tell a few stories, few tales, and a few lies. People believe it, and I'm not responsible for it. They call me a mischief maker." The king patiently listened to all three of them. Then he looked at his minister and ordered to give 1,000 silver coins to the thief and the witch, and also gave permission for them to settle in Burma. Then he looked at the mischief maker. Then he ordered him to be executed at once. The courtiers were surprised. They pleaded the king for an explanation. The king said, "The thief was a poor man, because of which he stole valuables from the rich. And the witch was also in the same condition. She was poor, she was unhappy. Because of her frustration, she chased people away. But the mischief maker didn't have any such reason. A person once is a mischief maker is a mischief maker lifelong." So the soldiers took the mischief maker to the seashore and cut his head off. The next day, when one of the officers passed by the place where his head was cut off, they saw the head. It opened up its mouth and shouted loud, "Hello! Go tell your king. Tell him to come and bow before me. Otherwise, I'll knock his head off." The frightened officer rushed to the king. He narrated the most unusual event. The king did not believe it. He thought he's making fun of it. The frightened officer pleaded the king to send another one to witness the situation. So the second officer was sent. So both of them came to the place where the head of the mischief maker was seen last. Now they both found the head with the mouth closed tight. The second officer went back and narrated the incident to the king. The king was ordered the first officer to be beheaded because he was a liar. He thought he played jokes on him. The unfortunate officer again was taken to the same place where the mischief maker's head was cut off and beheaded. This time, the head of the mischief maker shouted out loud saying, "Hello, I can create mischief even if I'm dead." On hearing this, the king was grieved, remorse for the injustice he has done to the unfortunate officer. He then realized that if he left the head of the mischief maker as it is, it will create some more problem. So he ordered a pit to be dug and bury the head of the mischief maker deep underneath. The next day, a strange looking plant grew from the place where the head of the mischief maker was buried. It was strange indeed. It didn't have a bark, it didn't have a branch, it didn't have secondary growth, and it had an unusual fruit which resembled the head of the mischief maker. That was the coconut tree, which in Burmese language was called Gon-Bin, which in English means mischief maker tree. Burma is not only famous for its golden dome pagodas, but also for its scenic, beautiful, swaying coconut trees. Just like you cannot stop or shut down the mouth of the mischief maker, you cannot stop the hush-hush of the dancing coconut trees. If you don't believe me, go home, take a coconut, shake it. You'll hear the gurgling sound. It is that of the mischief maker trying to tittle-tattle and play pranks with you. Over to you.